Whew, what a day. Last practice before your homework. Now remember that your homework is graded, so you want to make sure that you're doing all of the things to understand the material and to do the practice so that you can be successful when you hand your homework in. The first equation is 4x squared minus 12x equals 0. This looks like it could be a difference of two perfect squares. What tells me it's not, though? The 12 and the x. See, the 12 is not a perfect square. So this goes right into GCF. This is a GCF example. So what's the GCF? Well, the biggest number that goes into 4 and 12 is 4, and they each have an x, and the lowest exponent is x. One set of parentheses for GCF. Set it equal to 0. We're going to divide. 4x squared divided by 4x is x, minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. X divided by x cancels. So this is what it turns into. Don't forget we're solving. So if you're solving, you have to set each parenthesis equal to 0, or each factor. The GCF factor, 4x, is going to equal 0. And the parenthesis, x minus 3, is going to equal 0. Don't forget that when you divide by 4 and you get 0 over 4, that is a solution. That is a place where your graph is going to cross the x-axis. On this one, I would solve for x by adding 3 on both sides. And that gives you 3 as a solution. So the two roots, the two zeros, the two solutions for this quadratic are 0 and 3, and that's where it crosses. Those are the x-intercepts. That's where it crosses the x-axis. Second one, 2x squared minus 128 equals 0. That one's curious. It's not a difference of two perfect squares because I can't take the square root of 2. So this has to be a GCF. This has to be a perfect square. A GCF to start. Good grief. It's got to be a GCF. So let's take a 2 out. It's been a long day. Divide this by 2. You get x squared. Minus sign. 128 divided by 2, 64. Uh-oh. You see it there? I do. There's a sniper hanging out. This is a difference of two perfect squares hidden in this problem. So we're going to bring our 2 down. We're going to take out 2 parentheses here. Don't forget the equal 0 because it's still an equation. Split your x into x and x for x squared. Split it up. Square root of 64 is 8. And to get a negative, we need a positive and a negative when you're multiplying. Okay, so these are our factors. Now we have to set each factor equal to 0. Now check this out. I'm going to do this part in red. I want you to see it. This is a factor. Is 2 equal to 0? No. So that's not a true answer. That's not a place where it's going to cross on the x-axis. But x plus 8 equals 0, and x minus 8 can equal 0. And we're going to solve each of those. Remember that the highest exponent in our original equation is a squared term. That means that it can have at most 2 solutions. There's our first solution. Add 8. There's our second solution. So if I graph this quadratic, I'm going to get intersection points on the x-axis at positive 8 and negative 8. Those are the solutions, the roots, the zeros. So this was a GCF / difference of two perfect squares. Factoring. Keep looking for those snipers because they're hidden. We got one more to go. And then you can begin your homework. Number 3. A cubic. Love these. X cubed plus 4x squared minus 36x Minus 144. Ooh, getting up there in the numbers. Equals 0. All right, we're going to solve this one. It's got 4 terms. 4 terms automatically takes you to factor by grouping. Can't do it any other way. 4 terms, factor by grouping. Automatic. So what do you have to do when you factor by grouping? Crinkle cut. Go after the second term and crinkle cut down. Okay. When we do that, we're looking for GCF on the left. They both have an x. Lowest exponent is x squared. Divide this out. You're going to get x plus 4. All right, I need a plus here. Got a minus over here, so I'm taking out a negative. Does 36 divide into 144? Yes, it does. What does it divide? 36, 72, 72, and 36 is 4. Take out that 36. How convenient. Okay. So they each have an x plus 4, so we write that first. You only write it once. Here's your GCF. Write that as a factor. Do you see it? Do you see it? There's a sniper, GCF, and a difference of 2 perfect squares right here. So bring your x plus 4 down. X squared minus 36, give me 2 parentheses. Difference, x times x. Square root, 6 and 6. Sign tells you plus or minus. All equal to 0. Here's our 3 factors. When we go to solve, x plus 4 equals 0, x plus 6 equals 0, x minus 6 equals 0. This is how you do factor by grouping to solve a cubic. You're going to subtract 4 to get x by itself here. That's a negative 4. That's a solution. You're going to subtract 6 to get x by itself here. That 0 minus 6 is negative 6. That's a solution. And you're going to add 6 to this side to get x by itself, to get positive 6. So our cubic is going to cross the x-axis at negative 4, negative 6, and positive 6. These are your roots, your solutions, your zeros, your answers for number 3. Make sure you go back and review the videos. Good luck with your homework.